Hi, this is Radhika. I am here for yet another video. Today's video is about our respiratory system. In this video, we will learn the importance of respiratory system, its parts, and the functioning of each parts. Let's start with the importance of respiratory system in human life. The human body needs oxygen to sustain itself. After only about 5 minutes without oxygen, the brain cells begin dying, which can lead to brain damage and ultimately death. The oxygen we get is from our respiratory system. The human respiratory system is a series of organs responsible for taking in oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide. The lungs work with the circulatory system to pump oxygen-rich blood to all cells in the body. The blood then collects carbon dioxide and other waste products and transports them back to the lungs, where they pumped out of the body when we exhale. Now let's talk about its parts. Respiratory system is formed of various parts of the body. They are nose, mouth, sinuses, windpipe, bronchial tubes, lungs, and the diaphragm. Now let's learn how they function to form a system. As we breathe, oxygen enters the nose or mouth and passes the sinuses, which are hollow spaces in the skull that help regulate the temperature and humidity of the air we breathe. From the sinus, air passes through the windpipe and into the bronchial tubes, which are the two tubes that carry air into each lung. The bronchial tubes are lined with tiny hairs called cilia that move back and forth, carrying mucus up and out. Mucus is a sticky fluid that collects dust, germs, and other matter that has invaded the lungs and is what we expel when we sneeze and cough. The bronchial tubes split up again to carry air into the lobes of each lung. The right lung has 3 lobes while the left lung has only 2 to accommodate room for the heart. The lobes are filled with small spongy sacs called alveoli, which is where the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs. The alveolar walls are extremely thin, about 0.2 micrometers, and are composed of a single layer of tissues called epithelial cells and tiny blood vessels called pulmonary capillaries. Blood in the capillaries pick up oxygen and drops of carbon dioxide. The oxygenated blood then makes its way to the pulmonary vein. This vein carries oxygen to rich blood to the left side of the heart, where it is pumped to all parts of the body. The carbon dioxide the blood left behind moves into the alveoli and gets expelled in our exhaled breath. The diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle at the bottom of the lungs, controls breathing and separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. When air gets taken in, the diaphragm tightens and moves downward, making more space for the lungs to fill with air and expand. During exhalation, the diaphragm expands and compresses the lungs, forcing air out. Do you know the lungs is the only organ that floats on water? In humans, the average breathing or respiratory rate mostly depends on age. A newborn's normal breathing rate is about 40 to 60 times each minute and may slow to 30 to 40 times per minute when the baby is sleeping. The average resting respiratory rate for adults is 12 to 16 breaths per minute and up to 40 to 60 breaths per minute during exercise. A person breathes 20,000 times a day. Hope you liked my video. Please like, share and subscribe.